One melody, one prayer, one voice echoed across borders. Nkosi Sikelel' Africa, God Bless Africa, is more than just a national anthem. It's a song of freedom, unity and hope. But what if we told you South Africa isn't the only country where this powerful hymn stirs national pride? 5 nations, one anthem, bound by a shared struggle against colonial rule, united by a song born in the heart of Southern Africa. In this story, we explore the powerful ties between South Africa and the countries that embraced the same national anthem, and the deep meaning it holds across borders. From the voices of the people to the echoes of history, this is the anthem that became a movement. The story begins in 1897, when a South African composer named Enoch Sontonga penned a simple hymn. Intended as a Christian prayer, Nkosi Sikelel' Africa soon became a rallying cry for liberation across the continent. It became more than a song. It became the heartbeat of a people longing for dignity, identity, and justice. Enoch Sontonga, a Xhosa clergyman at a Methodist mission school near Johannesburg. The song became a Pan-African liberation song, and versions of it were later adopted as the national anthems of 5 countries in Africa, including Zambia, Tanzania, Namibia, and Zimbabwe after independence, and South Africa after the end of apartheid. The song's melody is still used as the national anthem of Tanzania and the national anthem of Zambia. Zimbabwe and Namibia have since changed to new anthems with other melodies. In 1994, Nelson Mandela decreed that the verse of Nkosi Sikelel' Africa be embraced as a joint national anthem of South Africa. A revised version additionally including elements of Die Stem, the then co-state anthem inherited from the previous apartheid government, was adopted in 1997. This new South African national anthem is sometimes referred to as Nkosi Sikelel' Africa, although it is not its official name. The hymn is also often considered the unofficial African national anthem. According to anthropologist David Coplin, Nkosi Sikelel' Africa has come to symbolize more than any other piece of expressive culture the struggle for African unity and liberation in South Africa. The song was composed in 1897 by Enoch Sontonga, a teacher at a Methodist mission school near Johannesburg. It consisted of a single stanza in Xhosa and was intended to be sung as a hymn. Written in B-flat major, it had a 4-part harmony supporting a repetitive melody, characteristic of both Western hymn composition and indigenous South African melodies. It was first publicly sung at the ordination of John Bongani Mboweni as a pastor in 1899. Reverend Mboweni made first translation to Sitsonga in the same year. In 1927, 7 additional Xhosa stanzas were added by the poet Samuel Makayi. The hymn was taken up by the choir of Olange High School, whose co-founder served as the first president of the South African Native National Congress. It was sung to close the Congress meeting in 1912, and by 1925, it had become the official closing anthem of the organization, now known as the African National Congress. Nkosi Sikelel' Africa was first published in 1927. The song was the official anthem for the African National Congress during the apartheid era and was a symbol of the anti-apartheid movement. For decades during the apartheid regime, it was considered by many to be the unofficial national anthem of South Africa, representing the suffering of the oppressed masses. Because of its connection to the ANC, the song was banned by the regime during the apartheid era. In 1994, after the end of apartheid, the new president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, declared that both Nkosi Sikelel' Africa and the previous national anthem, Die Stem van Suid-Afrika, English, The Call of South Africa, would be national anthems. While the inclusion of Nkosi Sikelel' Africa celebrated the newfound freedom of most South Africans, the fact that Die Stem was also retained even after the fall of apartheid represented the desire of the new government led by Mandela to respect all races and cultures in an all-inclusive new era dawning upon South Africa. During this period, the custom was to play Die Stem together with Nkosi Sikelel' Africa during occasions that required the playing of a national anthem. In 1996, a shortened, combined version of the two compositions was released as the new national anthem of South Africa under the Constitution of South Africa and was adopted the following year. Swahili translation of Nkosi Sikelel iAfrika, with partially modified lyrics, is used as the national anthem of Tanzania under the name of Mungu Ibariki Afrika since 1961. The song also became the national anthem of Zambia from independence in 1964 until 1973, when the melody was retained but the lyrics replaced by Stand and Sing of Zambia, Proud and Free. Ishi Komborera Africa was the Zimbabwean version of God Bless Africa, sung in the Shona and Ndebele languages, and was its first national anthem, adopted upon independence in 1980. It was replaced in 1994 by Ngai Komborerwe Nika ye Zimbabwe, Kalibusiswe Ilizwe li Zimbabwe, English, Blessed be the land of Zimbabwe. The song was used as the national anthem of Namibia at time of the country's independence in March 1990, but replaced in 1991 by Namibia, Land of the Brave. In other African countries throughout Southern Africa, the song was sung by various independence and other movements. It includes versions in Chichewa, Malawi, and Zambia. Outside of Africa, the hymn is perhaps best known as the long time since 1925 anthem of the African National Congress, ANC, as a result of the global anti-apartheid movement of the 1970s and 1980s, when it was regularly sung at meetings and other events. In Finland, the same melody is used as the children's psalm, Kule Isa Taivan Pyntota, English, Hear, Heavenly Father. The hymn has appeared in Virsikirja, the hymn book of the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Finland, with lyrics by Jaakko Loitti,